Hold onto your hats, folks, because the OpenAI restructuring saga is getting even more interesting. Delaware's Attorney General, acting like a superpowered financial detective, has just hired an investment bank to independently evaluate OpenAI's plan to go from nonprofit to for-profit. Think of it as a financial audit on steroids. This move could throw a wrench into OpenAI's plans, potentially delaying their transition. Why the extra scrutiny? Well, OpenAI's conversion is a big deal. It's their ticket to attracting massive investments and eventually going public. But before they can ring the IPO bell, they need the state's blessing. Even though OpenAI and Microsoft have their own financial advisors, Delaware wants an independent opinion, specifically focusing on the value of the equity the nonprofit will receive. The intrigue thickens. Experts suggest that Elon Musk's rejected $97.4 billion takeover bid might have inadvertently inflated the price tag for OpenAI's nonprofit shares. It's like a high-stakes poker game, and everyone's watching to see who wins the pot. So, what do you think? Will this independent evaluation speed things up or slow them down? Let us know in the comments. Hey everyone, ever heard of a giant electric car company needing a bailout for its solar business? That's Tesla right now. They're not just making fancy EVs, they're also a major player in solar energy, bringing in a whopping $2.7 billion in revenue last quarter, a 67% jump. But hold onto your hats, because a proposed bill in the Senate could completely derail the solar success story. Think of it like this: Tesla's solar business is like a perfectly ripe, juicy mango, delicious and full of potential. But the Senate bill is like a giant, hungry mosquito ready to suck the life out of it. The bill wants to slash tax credits for solar energy, which is basically the sunshine that fuels Tesla's solar division. Without those credits, Tesla's solar dreams could go up in smoke faster than a faulty EV battery. Tesla isn't just whining, they're warning about a potential energy crisis. They claim that killing these tax credits would threaten America's energy independence and grid reliability. They're talking about a potential loss of 60 gigawatts of capacity annually. That's enough power to light up a small country. And it's not just Tesla, other solar companies are already feeling the heat, with stock prices plummeting. So, what's the big deal? Why should you care? Well, for starters, clean energy is the future. Solar power is a cleaner, greener alternative to fossil fuels, and killing the incentives could slow down the transition to a more sustainable energy system. Plus, it could impact jobs and economic growth. Think about it. If Tesla's solar business tanks, that's a lot of jobs lost and a big hit to the economy. The question is, will the Senate listen to Tesla's plea? Will they save the solar mango from the hungry mosquito? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is a story worth following. Ever heard of an AI so smart it can run on a single GPU? Meet DeepSeek's Distilled R1 model. A tiny powerhouse that's making waves. This isn't your average AI. It's a lean, mean, reasoning machine that's outperforming much larger models in some key areas. Think of it like a hummingbird, small but incredibly powerful. DeepSeek took Alibaba's Qwen 3-8B model and, through a process called distillation, created this smaller, faster version. The results? It's beating Google's Gemini 2.5 Flash on AIME 2025. A seriously tough math test. It's also giving Microsoft's Phi 4 a run for its money on another math benchmark, HMMT. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal about a smaller model? Well, imagine trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of bricks versus a lightweight running vest. The smaller model is like the running vest. It's faster, more efficient, and requires far less computing power. While the full-sized R1 needs a dozen 80 gigabytes GPUs, this little guy only needs 140 to 80 gigabytes GPU. That's a huge difference for researchers and businesses. And the best part? It's available under a permissive MIT license, meaning you can use it commercially without any restrictions. Several platforms already offer it through an API, making it super accessible. So, are you ready to experience the power of a tiny AI giant? Let us know in the comments. Hold on to your crypto, folks. The US government just dropped a hammer on Funnel, a company accused of being the mastermind behind a massive $200 million crypto scam. Think of it as a high-tech, digital version of a pig butchering operation, except instead of pigs, they're butchering people's bank accounts. These criminals, operating under the guise of romance or investment opportunities, lured victims into fake crypto projects, leaving them with an average loss of $150,000 each. That's enough to buy a small island or a whole lot of regret. Funnel, based in the Philippines but run by a Chinese national, provided the infrastructure, think website design, domain names, and even malicious code injections for these scams. It's like they were the ultimate scam enablers, providing the tools for criminals to build their digital traps. They even used a sneaky tactic called a supply chain attack, altering code from a legitimate web developer to redirect unsuspecting users to their scam sites. Imagine innocently clicking a link only to find yourself on a fake investment platform, your money vanishing into thin air. The Treasury Department's sanctions are a big win, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. Security researcher Zach Edwards, who helped expose Funnel's activities, rightly points out that this is a massive operation and more needs to be done to combat these global threats. So, stay vigilant, folks. Don't fall for those too-good-to-be-true investment offers, and always double-check the legitimacy of any online interactions, especially those involving your hard-earned cash. What are your thoughts on this massive crypto scam? Let us know in the comments. Remember that lawsuit? The New York Times, after battling OpenAI and Microsoft over copyright, just inked a deal with Amazon. They're licensing their content, think news articles, NYT cooking recipes, even the athletic sports coverage, to train Amazon's AI. It's a big win for the NYT, showing they can leverage their content for profit in the AI world. This is Amazon's first deal of this kind, while OpenAI has already made several similar agreements. The NYT is setting a precedent, proving that publishers can and should be compensated for the use of their work in AI training. Think of it as a recipe for success. The NYT is showing other publishers how to bake a profitable deal in the AI oven. Will this change the game for AI copyright? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.